When we understand the budget, it's important to understand few key terms that get associated with the budget, because understanding them in detail help you understand the budget much better. Let's take the first one, fiscal deficit. It sounds like a very complex term, but it's actually quite simple. It's basically your expenses on one side and your income on the other side. When the expenses are larger than the income, the difference is fiscal deficit. Fiscal deficit is not necessarily a bad thing, some economists argue. In fact, most countries around the world have a fiscal deficit. The stock market only does not like it when this number is blown out of proportion. If it's largely in control, it's not necessarily too bad. And how is this difference financed? This difference, fiscal deficit, is financed by borrowing from the Reserve Bank of India. Let's take the second term, direct taxes. Direct taxes are taxes on income. These are paid by you, me, and all the companies. When we earn money, we pay a fair share of this as taxes. This roughly constitutes 50% of the tax revenue of the country. Now, when the economy grows, these taxes tend to grow. The income grows from them. And when the economy shrinks and we're not doing that well, the income from these taxes tend to go down. Let's look at the third term, indirect taxes. Indirect taxes are basically taxes on expense. When we buy something, there is a term that we look at, maximum retail price. Now, this maximum retail price includes a small component of taxes. Whenever we buy something, this amount of tax goes to the government, it is collected by the companies and then paid. Let's take the fourth term, subsidy. When you buy diesel, you pay a price that's lower than the market price. Or when the government gives out food for the poor, they give it lower than the market price. Also, fertilizers for farmers. All this deficit is called a subsidy. A good budget likes to keep the subsidy in check. One term to understand the budget is capital expenditure. Capital expenditure is the expense of the government on big stuff like roads, canals, airports, large express highways, etc. It's important for the government to keep spending because these projects help improve growth and help kickstart the economy. So watch out for that number. If you need to understand and know more, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be more than happy to help you.